Hey guys, welcome back to another devlog for our pirate game, Tiny Tides. Today, we're going to be going over how I turned our game's world from this into this. If you weren't here last time, we are Apocalypse Studios and we're competing in the Oregon Game Project competition this year. Last time, we talked about the base idea of our game, and since then, we've changed it up a bit due to some restrictions. The main thing that we changed was the main genre of our game. We were originally planning on making an RPG style game, but since then we've decided to move more towards a roguelite style game. For our game, we wanted to use procedural generation for our environment. Procedural generation is a method of creation commonly used for repetitive actions. Procedural generation uses code instead of making everything by hand. For our generation, we did a mix between procedural generation and handcrafting the environment. First, we spawned in the empty ocean, then we spawned in the islands in the shallows area, and then we spawned in the other islands in the outer ring of the world. Right now, we don't have too many biomes, but we plan on adding more in the future. Each area of the map will also have a main quest that the player must go to get a series of keys. To make the water look how it is, it took quite a while. At first, I converted the whole project to use the Universal Render Pipeline in Unity. And I used that to use the shader graph so I can make the caustics. But that ended up breaking the whole game. And I spent like an hour trying to fix it. And so what I ended up doing was I downloaded the shader graph as a code file and then converted that to use the standard render pipeline and then I just undid the conversion from the Universal Render Pipeline and it fixed everything. To make the seafloor, I made a series of tile sets for different Z levels. And then I set up auto tiles in Unity. This allowed me to make it way faster, but it still took me many hours to make the seafloor for the whole world. We originally planned on having sea coral and fish in the world to make it feel more lively, but after we spent hours drawing it and putting it in, we realized that it didn't look that well. To make the islands, we have a simple system where we spawn prefabs around the ocean, and these prefabs are smaller versions of the island, so that when the player drives their boat up to it and they cross a collider, then they can press the R button to leave their boat and enter the island. Currently, we have 3 biomes of islands. First, you have the shallows, which is the most common. Then you have the rocky biome and the ice biome, which you can find in the outer ring. We plan to add more biomes in the future, though. After all that, we get this as the final product for the world. We believe this was the best way of making our world for us, as we don't have the resources to do full procedural generation, and we don't have the time to make it all by hand. Having the world be generated like this also allows us to make the game more like a roguelite, which is what we plan on making. And lastly, just as a reminder to check out our previous project, The Beauty Planet, on itch.io. It's completely free and it's only about 45 minutes of playtime, but I can promise you that it's very fun. And don't forget to like and subscribe for future Tiny Tides content.